Now I'll give the floor to the United States of America. You have the floor. Thank you, Mr. President. The USA wishes to include one ad of the ninth para of the second page. This ad will come up to the end of the para. The USA is requesting to include the following ad. One of the speakers mentioned that its state has signed in from the transparency pledge or a pledge to explore the convention presented by the coalition. Do you have anything else you wish to add? Thank you. We've been informed your ad will be included on the final report, the third, or page number 3. If you've no comments, I thank your notions, and shall I consider to adopt this report of its form amended verbally? Has been decided. L1 at 3 of 2 pages. The first page is technical support. Give the floor to Canada. You'll have the floor. Thank you, Mr. President. Shall I request to amendment of the 10th paragraph of its third lines, taking into consideration to the second dimension? I wish to add and gender equality. Thank you. Your ad will be included within the final report, the second page. Do you have any comments of the second page? Thank you for your comments to be included in the report. Shall I consider the office or the session will adopt the report of its form with the amendment verbally? It's been decided. L1, add 4, prevention, page number 1. If you have no more comments of page number 1, we'll move on to page number 2 and Article 4. up to Article 10. Third page. No further comments. In absence of comments, this part of the report is being adopted and has been decided. The following document, L1 add 5, assets recovery, any interventions on page number 1, Article 1 up to Article 4. The second page. Article 5, 6, 7 up to 10. Third page, Article 1 up till 11. Now I'll give the floor to delegates of the United States of America.
Thank you, Mr. President. In paragraph 7,
Between the second and the third sentence, we wish to add a new sentence, and I'll read it out. As between the second sentence and the second and the third, one speaker and pointed out to successes in which achieved in asset recovery during the past few years, including several cases of an importance that succeeded a great sum of money that been recovered by these people have been harmed or affected by the corruption. One speaker has pointed to the success
achieved in asset recovery in few past years, including several cases of great importance that led to the regain of a great sum of monies to the peoples affected by such corruption. The reason of that that makes the para more balanced. Thank you, Mr. President. Thanks to USA, your ad will be included within the final report. And now they give the floor to the state of Russia. Now I'll give the floor to the state of Russia online. Are there any technical problems?
Did you hear me?
Can you hear me?
أعطي الآن الكلمة إلى السكرتير.
Or to the Secretary General. Thank you, Mr. President. Seems we have a problem that is related to the electronic line with the Russia. Therefore, I read out the text they wish to add it. One of the speakers asserted the need to enforce the international cooperation for asset recovery. In this framework, they highlighted that had expected from the exceptional session to be or to come out with the definition of the work of asset recovery according to the legislative principle. One of the speakers asserted to enforce the legal framework on asset recovery and the role of the conference should come out with an agreement to the mechanism of enforcing the world legal framework of asset recovery based on the legal principles. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. I thank you for your notices to be included in the report. Shall I consider that the sessions wish to include or to adapt this part of the report amended verbally as being decided.
ننتقل
We'll move on now.
L1
L1 add
وهو متاح
6
حتى الآن باللغة
is available in English right now.
الصفحة الأولى
Page number 1,
International Cooperation.
the national cooperation.
هل يوجد تعليقات في الصفحة الأولى؟
Is there any comments on page number 1?
الصفحة الثانية
The second page
من البند السادس
of the 6th article until Article 13.
لا توجد تعليقات
Seems
تجاه
that
التعليقات
there are no
التقرير
comments in absence of comments, so this part of the report shall be adopted as being decided. We'll move on to L1 at 7,
هو متاح باللغة الإنجليزية حتى الآن.
and it's available in English up till now, page number 1.
بند واحد حتى
Article 1 up to Article 3.
لا توجد تعليقات في الصفحة الأولى.
Is there any comment on page 1,
الصفحة الثانية
second page,
بند 4
Article 4
to 11.
up to 11?
أعطي الكلمة
Now I'll give the floor
روسيا
to
فليتفضل.
Russia. Russia's delegate, you'll have the floor, sir.
أعطي الكلمة
And now I'll give the floor to the Sec General, because it seems we still have technical problems to communicate with the Russian part. Thank you, Mr. President. We're trying to sort out the technical problems with the electronic linkage with the Russian part. You have the document in English language, and there are other documents that have been added before. Thank you, Mr. President. Now we'll move back to add 7. The last page has Article 12 and Article 13. Any comments? No comments. Cooper has the floor. Cooper has the floor now. Thank you, Mr. President.